Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And the chairman's opening remarks in this instance were accurate. This is just about politics, and the hyperbole is thick enough to cut with a knife. This isn't about investigation. In a true investigation, you don't prejudge the outcome before it occurs. And all of the rhetoric we've heard from our friends on the other side of the aisle does prejudge those outcomes. It's certainly not about oversight. We have already, as a Judiciary Committee, amended our oversight plan to include a thorough review of that which is under our jurisdiction relating to the executive branch. As a matter of fact, we amended that oversight plan as the result of the chairman accepting a Democratic amendment to do so. It was a sign of bipartisanship, and it was an institutional move for this committee. In fact, what we are witnessing is that President Trump's detractors are going through the stages of grief because Hillary Clinton lost and Donald Trump won. The first stage of grief is denial. That was first on display when House Democrats made baseless claims to invalidate Electoral College votes. Talk about an attack on democracy. House Democrats stood up and tried to invalidate votes cast in the Electoral College. Their claims were so ludicrous that they couldn't find one Democrat member of the United States Senate to join them. Not even Senator Sanders, not even Senator Warren. Baseless claims solely as a consequence of denial. The second stage of grief is anger. And anger is okay. Republicans were angry after 8 years of failed policies, a doubling of the national debt, and executive overreach. Matter of fact, Americans were angry enough over those consequences to give control in the White House, in the House of Representatives, and in the United States Senate to Republicans, presenting an opportunity for unified government and true leadership. Americans were angry, and that led to the Democrats' defeat. I don't know if this resolution is a manifestation of bargaining or depression. What I do know is that Democrats need to get over it. The people have spoken, and this is the time for acceptance. We need to accept the fact that the American people want tax reform, regulatory reform, a rebuilding of our military, healthcare solutions that increase choice for all Americans. This is our job, and we will do it. And so, as we proceed forward, supporting Chairman Goodlatte's efforts to send a letter to the Attorney General to ensure that the law is fully complied with, let us know that only through acceptance and closing these stages of grief can we work together on the challenges facing the country with the majority leading and the minority being heard from in a meaningful way. That will make America great again.
Will the gentleman yield?
I yield back.
Will the gentleman yield?
Mr. Chairman.
Will the gentleman yield?
Certainly.
Appreciate the gentleman's point about acceptance. And does the gentleman accept that he said 2 weeks ago that the president should show his taxes?
Reclaiming my time, if I were the president, I would release my tax returns. And the reason is we ought to be past this issue and moving to the great challenges facing the country. But the president's under no obligation to do that. And certainly the work of this committee would better be served on that which is within our jurisdiction to improve the quality of life for Americans. This will do absolutely none of that.
Thank you for yielding.